If you're dealing with a very large data set where you're going to be scrolling regularly and you want to be able to see the column headers at all times, you can do that from the View tab and select Freeze Panes and Freeze Top Row. That will lock in place the top row so that you can see it as you scroll downward. Also, if you unfreeze and then go to Freeze Column, the same happens except with the column. So Sales Transaction ID is now locked in place. So no matter how far I scroll to the right, I will always see Sales Transaction ID. Now let's say you want to keep both in place. Let's go to Unfreeze Panes. You simply select the cell above which you want everything frozen and to the left of which you want everything frozen. So since we want the first row and the first column frozen, I select one cell down and one cell to the right of those rows and columns, and then select Freeze Pane with that cell selected, and now you'll see this crosshatch come into place that has frozen the first column and the first row. If we go up to Unfreeze Panes, we see that we can do this anywhere within the workbook that we desire. So let's say we want to keep income in place as well as Sales Transaction ID and keep the first row locked as well. We'll freeze panes with this cell selected, and that way we lock the first two columns in place. So hopefully this makes your large data sheet more manageable with knowing how to freeze panes throughout, keeping both rows and columns locked in place. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope this helps.